gonna be our chair?
I'm gonna sit in until we elect a chair.
See, told you wouldn't wanna do it.
Savannah, if you could do the roll call?
Actually, if,
Do you
since
want
this
us
is
to
our
do it?
first meeting, if everybody could just go around the table and introduce themselves?
Even better, thank you.
Carolyn Muller, second year here, work at the hospital as a recruiter, lived in Laconia my whole life.
Mike Little, citizen representative. I work for the State of New Hampshire Environmental Services as an administrator.
Jane LaRoche, I don't know, this is my third or fourth year, I can't remember, but I'm retired.
Eric Hoffman, City Council Ward 3.
You should run for state rep.
I can't afford it. And they can't afford me.
That $100.
Charlie St. Clair, and I'm representing the planning board, I believe. Yeah.
And I am Michael Foot, and I am a participant, and this is probably my 10th year playing this game.
Representing Roller Coaster Road.
Representing Ward 1.
Roller Coaster Road.
And I am Rob Moore, I'm the planning director.
Do
I'm
not
Tyler
go over
Carmichael, the assistant
the
planner.
speed limit. He gets mad.
I'm Savannah Brunel, I'm the recording secretary.
Savannah.
Fantastic, all right.
So we've just done 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So now we're gonna do the process and organization of meetings, and I will turn the floor over to you, Rob.
All right, so each year we have departments submit their 6-year plan of all their capital improvements or capital projects they wish to submit. And it's sent out by RSA to every department head and agency within the city. And they are required to send us back this data. This spreadsheet, all these spreadsheets represent what we have gotten in return. And it's over the next 6 fiscal years, and it's anything that is over $5,000. Each year, each department will come in and they'll present what they've compiled here. They might not go over everything in detail, but usually they have a PowerPoint and they'll summarize at least their top projects that they're looking for funding for. And then as collectively or individually, you'll score them based off of this scoring criteria here that's been provided to you. There's a max score of 25 points per project. And then at the end of all the presentations, you're gonna score each individual item, at least for next fiscal year, because that's what goes into the city budget. Once those are all scored, we'll tally them up and we rank them based on the highest score. And we present that back here to the board, and you can decide if something should have scored a little bit higher and rearrange what you think your priorities should be, and then you'll vote on presenting that to planning board. Planning board looks at that then, and they vote to move that forward to city council. So then we take that collective ranking and give it to the city manager, and he presents that to city council for them to ultimately adopt as part of their capital outlay.
And they can redo it any way they see fit, as can the city manager.
Yep, so the city manager will put his ranking on there as well, and then city council, they look at how much money they have available and which projects they can fund. But it's an important process to at least forecast what we should be spending as a community to our taxpayers.
And if you feel that you want to rank somebody with a 0, 1, 2, or 3, you can do that too. It's up to you.
Is 0 an input
say that.
number?
Yep, any number you wish to, if you want to have 1.5, you can put a 1.5 or anything, any reasonable number.
Administrators know how to write 0.
I know how to find it. Definitely not those zeros.
Okay,
We will have all the department heads that will come in and they'll present, and it is your opportunity to ask any questions you want of them. And if there's not a project that they have on there that you think should be on there, you can obviously discuss it with them. And more often than not, if there's a department that has something on there and you're like, oh, can I get more information on it? They're usually very happy to provide you additional details. And some of them will even give you some tours or bring you out and show you exactly what it is that, and why they need the money for it, so.
and I, as a question, is somewhere on here show what last year's ranking was?
I did not print out last year's ranking, but we can definitely provide that for the next time.
Not to influence us anyway.
Not to influence us, but you can And if you would like, I can print out what was approved in the capital outlay from this last budget,
Be
so we
interesting.
can kind of go through that, just if you want that extra tidbit of information.
I think it'd be good, because that way, if, we have something to go on, and if they feel abused when they're standing there, then we can say, yeah, we get it, or whatever.
Absolutely, we can very much do that.
So accommodating.
That's what I get paid for.
It makes up for the great pay we get here, you know that, just working with you kids.
Yay.
You know, we should put that,
2, 3, 4 paid employees here, I'm just looking. That's you two.
Just picked up my paycheck.
No
Spent it all
doubt.
in one place.
Okay, I know, Bruce showed me his last
so
night.
does anybody have any questions about how, or what our ultimate goal is here as a committee?
I personally, having done it a little bit, I do like the, as a reminder, to how things proceed through the process. Be able to see how things were ranked or how they were funded.
Yep.
Is it always the police car? Is it always the million and change for highway, whatever?
Actually, we had that similar discussion with Public Works today about, he was looking through his historical CIPs. He's like, I've been asking for the same amount of money for roads
Yes.
for the last 20 years.
No,
Been asking for what?
The same amount of money for
he
20
hasn't been here 20 years.
What's he been asking for?
DPW has.
Yeah, okay.
For what?
The same amount of money for road maintenance.
For what?
Road maintenance.
Oh, well, they do that every year. I thought you were talking about a new DPW
Oh, no.
building. Is that on here?
that's
It's
why
probably
I'm
on
sure
there.
that's on here.
That's 3 to 4
sure
years
that's,
into this.
I'm sure that's it.
That's been there as long as he's been there, so, yeah.
He does.
Okay, well, before we get to election of officers, can we talk about next week's meeting? The date of that. I'd like to move it to either Monday, Tuesday, well, Monday's City Hall, or City Council, I think.
That would be short.
So that won't work. So how about
I feel like Wednesday would
Tuesday or
probably.
Wednesday? The reason being is,
I have tapping.
I'm sorry?
I have tapping class on
Uh,
Tuesday.
So let's try Wednesday. How about, does Wednesday work for people here?
I think Wednesday is the best choice. To
Okay.
give it, it's close to what
And
they
the
had
reason,
for
the reason
presentations
being is,
before.
again, because it's candidates night next door, and there'll be, and that's not just for state representatives, it's for the Senate, Executive Council, so I think it's an important thing for people, whether they're in the audience or presenters or this group, would have the opportunity to go to that. I think it's important.
Are there any other dates that we need to look at now, or?
Well, are we meeting the very next week?
Yeah, we typically meet
oh.
every Thursday.
No, no. Not for me, that's the only one.
Thursday, November 7th.
Do we have a printout of the dates?
Yeah, I should be, I think the
Yeah,
next
you've
next
got
sheet
it right
in.
here.
Beautiful.
Are you happy?
2 days after the election, well, that'll be fun.
Well, that should be the make or break day, right?
Hey.
Yeah, well, if I
That's when we know
lose.
That's when we
I'll
know
be out-
everything's going in the right direction, right?
You'll know, because I'll be out there shifting through that trash out there looking for cans. You know, Charlie must have lost. So,
We'll save all recyclables for you.
thanks, kid. Okay, so that, everybody's agreed with that, then we'll try for Wednesday, and you're gonna.
Yeah, we
you're gonna-
will send out an email tomorrow to confirm. We'll have to talk to, I think, the presenters that are on, scheduled for Thursday to make sure that they are.
It should be okay. Maybe
They're
if
good.
not, they can swap with
And we'll see
somebody else.
if somebody can't, we'll see if we can do a little swap-aroos
Yeah, yeah.
and we'll work it out.
That'll
we'll
be
take care of
great. Wonderful. And then you'll get that in the paper, Tyler.
Yes.
Taking a
Yep.
tapping.
Tomorrow morning.
Wonderful.
You can't interrupt that.
Okay, so now we've got
It's 7.
election of officers. Remind me, so you need a chair and a vice chair?
Yeah.
Just the two?
We could use a secretary just in case, but
And a
I don't think-
treasurer?
no, we don't need a treasurer.
Damn it, I thought it'd be money. Kidding, everybody, just kidding. Okay, any volunteers to be the chair, or nominations to be
You're
the
doing
chair?
a great job.
And I second that.
Yeah.
Hear it, Charlie? I
Uh,
nominate Charlie St. Clair,
Before I accept, is there a pidnitz with that?
and Michael seconded it. Michael did the second.
All right, I can handle that as long as there's a vice chair for when I'm not here.
Okay.
I thought that was the only meeting you had a problem with next week.
No, I'm gonna be, remember I've attended them by Zoom before, and you guys don't do Zoom anymore, just one, no. All right, we need to vote on that, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, raise your hands.
Right.
Okay, no opposition, thank you. Thank you, I will wear a shirt and tie, out of respect for my mother.
No, he's
Okay,
over-
so
he's over
nominations
the
for
post.
vice chair.
How about nominating Mike Foot?
Okay, I'll second, I'm not gonna vote, so I need a second for that.
Second that.
What about Mike
Okay,
Foot?
Mike,
does
what do
he
you
feel
think?
about that?
You know, I've run the meeting before, so I'm not afraid.
I know you're not afraid, I go by your house on Roller Coaster Road. 28 miles an hour, 'cause he's out in the bushes watching.
I put my cruise control on and I go on.
Yeah. So, you know I love you,
Mike's
kid.
outside.
So, okay, all in favor of Mike Foot being vice chair, raise your hand. Okay,
Yeah.
you got it, kid.
All right.
he's-
All right, thank you very much. I'll listen for a motion for, well, first of all, I look forward to working with everybody. It's good to see everybody back here. I look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Right?
We're
That
done.
was such
quick.
now I
You
made dinner.
are the
That's
best
efficiency.
chairman.
Ever.